Hey, what's up YouTube? What's going on? In this new video, what I wanted to talk about is the process of going from low back pain and returning to weightlifting or athletics. And I want to share with you one problem that I often hear from a lot of people, and that is the therapist, clinician, or chiropractor that they're working with. Often the treatment that they are provided with, either it may help them get better or it may not help them get better, but the problem is that, let's say they do get better, they often end up with lower back pain again, or they have a reoccurring episode of their pain, or they've maybe re-injured themselves a few months after treatment from that therapist, doctor, or chiropractor. And a lot of it has to do with them just not giving the proper guidance from when they're going to therapy or when they're working with a clinician about their lower back pain and what to avoid and what exercises they shouldn't be doing, or even what exercises they should be doing. They just don't have an idea, or just aren't educated, or aren't given the proper instruction from these clinicians, and they're just not coached properly on how to return to a certain activity or weightlifting. This is one of the downfalls that I see with a lot of therapists and clinicians is that a lot of them just aren't good coaches. And really anyone can be a coach. And that's not to say all of them aren't good coaches. There are some therapists, chiropractors that I know that are actually really good coaches and can help people return back to a specific activity. But I say there's very few of them out there, and it's very hard to find ones or therapists or clinicians that are very good coaches. And one thing that is very important for someone that's dealing with a low back issue is that a lot of people will want to obviously overcome their lower back pain, but they always usually have a secondary goal in mind. Usually that's maybe returning to weightlifting or returning to a sport that they love. And in order for them to do so, they need to be put on a proper strength and conditioning program that, number one, is going to prevent a future injury from occurring, but at the same time is also going to better prepare them for their activity or sport that they want to get back to. And that all comes down to a properly designed strength and conditioning program specific to that person's needs. And so the whole point of this video that I just wanted to mention is that you need to find a good coach after treatment of your injury. And I'm specifically making this video for people with low back pain, but this could apply to any injury and any individual trying to get back to, say, weightlifting or athletics or anything, or maybe even a job for that sort. Individuals are going to need a good strength and conditioning program to maintain things after they've overcome their low back pain per se, and they need that program just to prevent things, but also to improve their capacity to work their job, work their sport or activity or whatever they're trying to do. Without that proper strength and conditioning program and without the proper guidance, they could easily end up at square one. And that's one thing that I often see, and it's something I get messaged about a lot from a lot of my YouTube subscribers and other followers on social media, or even from some of my clients. A lot of my clients that approach me usually will share a story with me about how they hurt themselves. Maybe they got better, but then they re-injured themselves. And now that they've re-injured themselves a second time, now they want to work with me so that they don't get back into that position where they have this chronic low back pain for life, and they would like to return to a specific sport or activity. And that's where I come into play, and that's where the majority of my clientele kind of revolves around, is just someone that deals with a low back issue and is trying to get back to a sport. But the whole point that I'm trying to say with this video is you need to find a good coach. Now, that good coach could be a trainer, could be a strength coach, could be a therapist, could be a chiropractor. You need to find someone that can educate you about your low back pain, about your low back injury, on what to do, how to work around it, what to avoid, and how to move forward with it. But you also need someone that can develop a proper program, a strength and conditioning program for you to help return and maintain things for yourself for an activity that you're perhaps trying to get back to. Like I said, athletics or weightlifting for that matter. So that's just something that I wanted to mention in this video because it's a problem that I often see with a lot of people, that they experience is just they may find a therapist or clinician who perhaps gives them a proper diagnosis, but really doesn't give them much help, maybe in treatment, or maybe they do get better with some treatment, but after maybe visiting them for several sessions or whatnot, maybe they stop seeing them, and then all of a sudden they try to go back to, they're cleared for maybe weightlifting or anything like that. They just don't know what to do in the gym, and they do the wrong thing in the gym, and they end up at square one again. And that's kind of the unfortunate thing, because if they were given the proper guidance and coached properly on what to do and given an appropriate program, they wouldn't be there, and they could have avoided that and perhaps saved themselves, number one, a lot of pain, and also perhaps a lot of money as well. But something I just wanted to mention, thought it was important to share, and it's something that I get messaged about frequently just from people sharing their stories about low back pain, and or perhaps just trying to get back to an activity or whatnot, and they're wondering how to do so. So just wanted to share that, because a well-developed, well-designed strength and conditioning program is going to be very important for someone trying to return back to a specific activity. Okay, guys, so that's all I wanted to mention. Now, if you have any questions about maybe returning to a specific sport, weightlifting, maybe it's a job you're doing, feel free to leave a comment below or send me a message, and I'll be happy to try to help you work around your goals and answer any questions that you guys may have. Okay, guys, so that's it for this video. I hope this helps you guys and gives you an idea of how to kind of pursue things and kind of get back to activity if you're dealing with some low back pain, or maybe any other pain or injury for that matter. And with that being said, all the best, guys, and I wish you a successful and productive day. Take care.